Hello, Nutter Butters.
Nut.
Welcome back to the podcast. Nutting.
Nutting in your
Post
mom.
nut.
We got Josh with the hat, the blue hat. He's
So you can't
gay.
just say hat.
We got Dill Pickle, the black hat, and then we have
Peace
your
Love
wonderful,
Taco
your
Grease.
favorite podcaster here, Jacob, aka Brady Harp.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Jack
But yeah,
off.
today
Jackass.
He's Jewish, by the way.
Yeah, today I wanted to talk about something really important, and I know you guys also find this really important as well. definitely because one of these things I want to bring up makes someone really upset.
It's gonna be the small hand.
And I just want to say, Dylan, man, you need to take some supplements.
Dude.
Man. Those hands are fucking tiny.
Is this
Bro,
gonna be a fucking roast?
Bro,
this
don't-
is not a podcast. It's gonna turn
Dude.
into a fucking
Dude,
roast, bro.
I don't know what it is, but I've never seen someone have baby hands for being
You got
a
a
man.
tape measure here?
Dude,
I
So we
don't
can
own
settle
one
this.
actually.
I think we
don't
might
think I own
have to
one.
get him a smaller microphone.
I-
I'm not gonna lie.
That microphone is looking pretty big.
I should have got those
Like, I-
little
like-
finger things.
I
with
have
the
a clip
hands.
mic we could give him.
Like if my
You could just clip
girlfriend
it
had
onto
his
him.
hands, my self-esteem would be through the roof.
Well,
That's
have you
all I'm
ever
saying.
seen him work? His hands are so tiny, you lose track of them. I was working across from him the other day. I couldn't even see his hands. They were so buried.
Because you were 10 rows behind me.
That's because you
You're
have
slow.
baby
A
hands.
nug of weed will cover half your hand.
Dude, my hands, first of all, these are perfectly designed. Okay.
No, those are like
Step one.
those are like if
Look at-
Cupid lost his hands
Look
and
at-
gave it to like
That's
an orphan.
solid bone, bro.
No.
Those are
No.
dense
Well, I mean, I'm
fucking
hoping
bones.
the bones are solid.
I
These are
mean,
dense, fucking
Unless you're
rock
like half
hard.
bird, they should be solid.
You just can't claim someone has small things when you are also small.
I don't know.
That
what you mean.
doesn't make
I don't know what you mean.
sense,
I
bro.
never disagreed with you. I also have small hands. I'm just saying, you get frustrated when we bring up your baby hands. I'm
I
just saying.
accept my man hand.
No,
No.
okay. If you accepted your man
You wouldn't
hands,
drive a Mustang if you accepted your hands. That's
First of all,
compensating for
it's
so
a
much.
manual, so none of your man hands can even fucking do that.
you don't. Well,
So go
also,
fuck yourself.
Also, let's talk about your little shifter is tiny anyways. So like having a man hand would be like
It's for precision, bro.
you need something big. You need to get like a big ass dice and put it there. Maybe that will make your hand bigger. You
That
can
would
like
be cool.
work out.
That would be cool.
But yeah, no, I'm okay with having small hands. I'm not the one
do
that
too.
goes, I don't have small hands. We literally have the same freaking size hands. That shows me that
Dude,
it takes it to heart.
accept
Your
my
heart
hands.
is like,
I accept my
I know,
hands.
I have small hands. You don't have to keep bringing it up.
It makes my penis look bigger.
No.
It does.
No.
It does.
No.
It does. Dude.
No.
Dude, it's
I mean,
No.
smaller the
huge.
hands, it does make it look bigger.
Well, his penis is about the same size.
Second
Maybe
of
a
all-
little
that's why I
smaller.
said if my girlfriend had his hands, my self-esteem would be through the roof.
Second of all,
I would
precision,
tower.
bro.
I would be
Precision.
called.
I can do so many things with these hands. One
so,
hand alone.
So like that, what was it? 6 hours you spent? No, 2 days you spent on your Mustang doing whatever that
Dude,
was.
that's-
It
I
would've went
can't
quicker.
help that Chinese manufacturers can't make things correctly. Okay.
Well, maybe if you actually knew how to fix cars, you wouldn't
You're
have
right.
had a
You're
problem.
right.
I mean,
You're right.
Yeah,
don't
I
do
would have
shit.
got a job anywhere but Nissan. Like,
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean Nissan is probably one of the worst places to learn how to fix a car. I don't know because I
Probably the
never worked for
easiest.
Nissan.
They're-
So.
they're the easiest.
Someone's in the comments like, I worked for Nissan
Yeah,
and I actually
I'm a fucking
I'm a
35-year
master
master
mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you get smoked today by what was it, a Nissan?
I didn't. I was not racing.
Nissan.
I was not racing.
We got smoked, and I was like, dude, stop.
Why would I
Like-
race a fucking stock ass Nissan?
He even stalled it out. Like, why do you?
I
You
know.
stalled out.
No,
How long
I
have you been
didn't.
driving your Mustang? You fucking
then-
stalled
I did.
out.
It got worse. It got
This
worse.
is what happens.
It got
Okay.
worse?
We
Okay.
passed the ice cream shop. and
Next
then
time.
He looks at this guy. He looks homeless.
Looks homeless. He did look
He's got a
homeless.
Ford
He did
Escort,
look
it's like
homeless.
A rust bucket, right?
Yeah.
It
This guy's
wasn't.
Just trying to get ice cream.
just trying to enjoy his day.
Just trying to get his
Fuck.
fucking ice
And
cream,
He
Oh.
bro.
pulls up next to him, starts revving his engine at him, and flicks him off. And then
No.
He's a man.
That
so
wasn't.
he's
Yeah,
gonna
it
race.
wasn't true.
And then, come find out, he has something underneath that hood. He smoked him.
Dude.
Smoked him.
In a what?
He did a burnout and then smoked him.
No.
In a what?
Ford Escort.
You got destroyed by a Ford fucking Escort,
Okay,
bro.
first of all,
You gotta sell that Mustang. Go. I don't
First
care.
of
No,
all,
you need to
dude,
go sell that
That is
thing.
not true.
Go outside
Second of all,
and put for sale.
we've done badass burnouts together.
No.
and you now.
No,
We did a little.
that
drip.
was so lame. Okay, you should have
were-
done some
You
donuts.
were laughing. You had a good time.
Okay.
I can put more horsepower in a teacup right
No.
My teacup
Where's your
could do
truck
better.
It's in the shop.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who drove you here?
Wasn't it supposed to be done last week?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be done like 2 months ago.
And now you have to wait a whole nother month? What?
I might
Yeah.
have to wait even longer. I got
What?
this yesterday.
What?
Hey,
Have they even started?
national back order- yeah.
National back.
Sorry, we have to.
They lied to me because I drove by.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you go. The truck you can't come pick it up because you're waiting on parts. Because I asked them, I said, well, if you're waiting on parts,
They shouldn't even have taken it apart.
No, definitely they don't have the
Yeah.
parts. Cause then it's just gonna sit
that's what my
there.
brother said. And I was like, well, we'll drive by. We gotta go down to Wally World.
Josh's Mike's like, fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
Not today. You're done. You're done.
But we go down to Walmart, and there's my truck sitting in the parking lot, all put together. Looks exactly the way I when I dropped it off.
And you said it's tripped, right?
Yep. And then when I called my insurance company, they say they have the worst time with them. But then when you talk to them, they're like, well, we'll get you everything that needs to be replaced. They don't. When they come out and do that estimate, they have no idea what they're talking about. It literally went from $1,500 to almost $6,000.
See, I almost feel like it's on
Yeah.
trip though.
I don't know how it works. All I just know is I need my fucking truck back.
Because
Yeah.
well, here's the thing.
And then why would you lie to me? Like, what did you gain from telling me that? And why do you care if I drive the truck for another week or month or however long it takes to get these parts? Like, why?
Scared you
I
won't
don't
come
even
back.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
you won't-
take your
Yeah.
truck, not come back? I mean, to this point, I mean, they can't stop you if you choose to take your truck back. But I almost feel like it's on trip because the fact that if your insurance company is saying that they're a struggle to work with, and yet they keep going, oh, we haven't got the parts, oh, we haven't done this, oh, we haven't done that.
Yeah, no,
Like when
I
the
agree.
insurance company
I
is
agree.
saying one thing, and then Trip is also going, well, you see, we actually have to order a donkey, and the donkey has to deliver each part one by one. And then once that donkey's tired, we actually have to feed the donkey and
You gotta
water it.
feed 'em.
Then we have to pet it, and then we have to sell it, and then we can get back to your truck. I
Ooh,
literally
sounds
almost feel like it's Trip because every time
Yeah.
I take my car in, the longest I've had one of my cars in the shop was about a month.
I mean,
And that's just because the gauge that kept
Yeah.
giving them the read, it would almost hit the read, and then my Impala would be like, oh, you're trying to fix me? Nah, and then mess up the read or change the read. And then when they actually did find out what the issue was, easy fix was
Yeah.
done in a day, and he was like, and he has done great work. So, I mean, like, it's just one of those things that I'm like,
once
it
the
can't
insurance
be.
fucking accepts it, or the
Right, once
company
they
accepts
accept it,
it should be done.
And the fact that didn't you
Well,
get a check
even-
for it too?
Yeah, even the check, and then they were like, well, they haven't authorized to work on the truck, and I'm just like, well, why would they write you a check?
Right, that makes no
Why
sense.
would they give you money for something that isn't authorized?
Right, why would they be like, oh yeah, here's a check for you to pay for it, but we're also not going to authorize? That makes no sense. Once you pay or like pay for something, that means that you're authorizing, you and the company that is writing the thing is authorizing for you to do that one thing.
Yeah.
Told her, because it was a text message. So there are always text messages, and I fucking hate that. I even told them last time, call me. Like, quit
That's
sending me
probably
text
why.
messages, because every time I call you and I tell you what the text message says and ask what's going on, you tell me that's not the case, that's not what's going on, and point pretty much that you make me feel like I'm lying to you.
Right.
Like, I can send you the message. Like, why would I gain from calling you and
Yeah.
telling you this right now?
Right. Well, not just that, it's your truck and it's sitting in the shop, and you're just like,
Right.
you guys aren't even giving me
And
information
rentals
on
are
it.
$30 a day. I was like, even if I was fucking well off,
Yeah, that's not
$30
even
a
gas.
day?
Right, yeah.
Well, not just that, but you were expecting to have your truck gone for a week, maybe.
yeah, they took me 4 days when this all started.
So even if you were to do that, it's like maybe let's just say 160 just to throw in any taxes or whatever else if you have to have it another day. So you pay 160 for a week, and now you're having to pay like $400, let's just say, because it's still in the freaking shop and they haven't even
yeah, I'd be
touched
well
it.
over $400 right now.
Like
Yeah, that's
I'm
insane.
starting to think whoever is not working on your car has baby hands. I'm just saying.
Dude, they
Because
could.
they
sound like a pussy.
they should be
Yeah.
able to fix your car, and I think they just have small hands that
They
they
could.
can't get under that hood. That's a big hood.
This is a true story, bro. So it was my brother's graduation, right, at my mom's house, and he had a bunch of his friends. They were all fuck boys and whatnot, you know. And this dude, his name's Jacob Patrick, and he's like 6'9". I think I told you about him. He's the one that went to the Junior Olympics for discus and shit.
Okay, yep.
Massive dude. And
Does he have a massive dong?
Probably.
It's
I'd
tiny.
hope so. But anyways, so like we have a long ass driveway at my mom's house, and it's like fucking like it's like a hill, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing hand motions, and so I'm walking outside. This is nighttime. Fuck you,
Fuck you.
dude. Fuck you.
Dude, let him tell him. Let
Sorry.
him tell
And
his,
Sorry.
his
so I'm
real
walking
story.
outside, like walking down the steps, and it's nighttime, and then like behind the house, there's like a fire pit and shit. And so I'm walking towards like the fire pit, and there's a bunch of cars parked right there. And his car was like at the front, you know. And I'm just walking, and all I hear like a quick beep of the horn, like a huh, and I'm
a
like,
clown horn.
no, just like a car horn. So I'm like,
Clown
you know, what the fuck? Like right in our driveway. And I'm like, didn't see nothing. So I'm like, okay, keep walking. Hear it again. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm looking, and he's in his car, and he's fucking got his seat, and it's a small car, like a tiny ass car. And he's fucking all the way back, bro. And I just see this girl's head just fucking, and this girl's head's hitting the fucking steering wheel and making the horn go off, dude. And I was fucking dying, bro.
Two clowns just fucking in their
But
tiny
I'm like,
little.
I was like, whatever. I respect it, dude. Didn't stop. He just kept going. Dude, imagine dinosaur cocks.
Dude, a T-Rex.
Dude.
Damn.
Yeah. what?
Imagine the
Dude,
fucking
that's probably why he had
balls.
small hands. And his
And-
dick kept.
All the
and
blood
he
was
had-
to his dick.
You know he.
And he
the-
couldn't
That's
grow
why
his
they had,
arms.
that's why they
Probably-
had peanut brains. Like they
Yep.
say their brains were the size of a peanut.
Yep.
Yeah, because his dick was dragging on the ground.
They thought with their
Dude.
dick.
They were like, ah, just swinging his dick around.
Dude,
But-
none of the dinosaurs actually had tails. It was just their
There's
dick.
just massive
Yeah,
dicks
it was just their
behind them.
dicks, and they just
Just
think they're
drugs.
tails.
Yep.
Well, the right.
We got the hit placement all wrong.
Right.
Yep.
The Broncholosaurus, it wasn't a long neck. It was just a huge ass,
Huge dick.
thin slung.
Just a
Damn.
huge dick.
With the
flying
tiniest
in the
little
air.
fucking head
Right.
off to the side.
That's
No, it's like tail was its head. It just like its massive dong would just like oversee everything.
Dude, donkeys have big dicks.
Donkeys,
Miniature
dude.
donkeys have big dicks.
Eddie Murphy.
I mean, anything,
Anything-
anything horse related, I believe.
That's who played Donkey,
have a big
right?
dick.
Dude, I would bet money a miniature donkey has just as big as a dick as a full blown horse, if not bigger. I've seen him hit the ground.
You know what's gonna
Right.
suck for having a small dick? Is never having the feeling getting your dick caught in a zipper. I know it sounds painful,
but
but
let's
you
talk
never
about
get
pro-
you
let's-
never get to
let's
feel
talk
the
about
pain.
Pros. Let's talk
I don't
about
know
pros
if I've
about
done
having
that.
small wiener. Okay, you go to your friend's house, right?
Okay.
My house, we're all big, right?
Okay.
We always have big ass toilets, you know, because the stuff that happens, you gotta flush it down.
Right.
Well, you go to your friend's house, they have a normal sized toilet. My big ass barely fits on the damn toilet. There's been a couple times I've had to take my balls and pull them out so I can sit and
Sit
take
down.
a shit.
I've tried that, like just for like
But
shits and
when you have a
giggles.
small wiener, you gotta worry about that.
Yeah, it's true.
True.
That is true.
It's-
Well, I mean, your balls do still might have to, but
Like-
your
well,
small
I feel
wiener
like
not.
I feel like that
Like quick
also doesn't-
shitting, public bathrooms, perfect. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry about fucking nothing touching the water. You ain't got nothing about hanging out. You
Dude,
just-
my balls are not long. My dick is not long enough to touch water.
no,
I
not
know,
even close. When I
not
hear
even
that, I
close,
call
bro.
liar.
Yeah, like get
And if
the
it
fuck
did,
outta here,
why would you
bro.
let it touch the water?
Yeah,
would
if
you
you
let
knew, if you knew you were even like close to getting to that point, I would be cupping that shit regardless,
Well,
right.
dude. 'Cause
would
if you
be-
flush it, that shit's hitting your balls.
They're like, my dick touched the water.
No.
That's not a bragging point, dude. You got a
No.
dirty dick.
You got a dirty dick.
Well,
got a
I would
fucking
be
dirty
dick. You got a
I wouldn't
dirty
be worried
dick.
about the dick touching the water. I'd be worried about my dick touching my own poop. That's what I'd be
Yeah,
worried
that's
about.
what I'm saying. You
Like if
flush
it
it.
curls,
That's
well,
what-
not
yeah.
even that. If you have a long dick and you're taking a shit, your dick's in there.
That's
So if you have a big ass shit,
Dude, you could flush your dick down the toilet.
oh no,
Dude.
that would
You know when you were a
hurt,
kid
bro.
and you fucking somebody left the toilet seat up and you got stuck? Has that
God.
happened to you? That happened to me because I was always a big too, but it happened to my sister. She fucking went, us boys, 3 boys in the house, never put the toilet seat up when we were kids.
Right.
One day she got fucking stuck. And my dad had to sit there and like
Oh
twist.
Twister.
my
it.
God.
Like it made the suction sound and everything.
Damn.
No, I've
It
never
was
had
it was
that.
crazy.
I've never had that, but
But
my,
imagine your dick.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
that would hurt.
not you being tiny. Your fucking ligament that's going to get
Right.
tore off.
Yeah.
Because toilets flush pretty
Yeah,
fast.
they
Like,
do.
they're intimidating.
It takes it
And
out.
if you're
quick.
Especially like Walmart or something, when they flush,
Oh,
And then you have
jump every
Done.
time.
Your dick's getting ripped off.
And then you have a bidet, and it shoots you in the face too, so your dick's being sucked down, and you're
Dude,
being
poop
shot in
water
the face.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
it's like a
would be
2-for-1. Your
rough.
dick's gone, and you got shot in poop water.
Dude,
I'd love a bidet.
gonorrhea.
That, I would too. I feel like it'd be weird, but I want one.
Though. Dude,
Gonorrhea would be able to uprise if this
yeah.
happened a lot
At
more
that
often.
point, dick's gone.
I would
There's
literally
pink
squirt
eye,
water in my
gonorrhea.
ass,
Yeah.
like, straight up.
I wouldn't know what I would
Anyways.
do because I would not want to ask for help.
No,
No.
I would.
No,
At that point,
I'd
I'm
die.
dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I'm dying, bro.
I'm just like,
I would die of shock.
right.
Like, I think my
Yeah.
heart would give out. Like, it was
just
like-
imagine anybody finding out. Like you'd be the laughing stock.
Dude, that's like Elvis Presley, dude. They say he died on the shitter. Maybe that's what happened. His dick got caught in the toilet, dude.
dude, he was the king.
And
Yeah,
then
he was
they
the
just-
He was
king.
the king.
They just
So
said
that's the
died
reason
in
he
the
got his
toilet.
name.
And
Yeah.
Massive dong.
you saw how he moved them hips.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he was slinging
He
it.
was
was
riding
slinging
the
it.
big old caddy, dude.
He had every girl like falling for
Dude.
him. Big dick, man.
Elvis
That's
Presley
what
probably had
I
a
think we
huge
found.
cock.
I think we found out how he died. His dick got stuck
His
and
dick
sucked
got-
down the
His
toilet.
dick got
He
stuck in
just
the
didn't
toilet.
get the chance to get shot by a bidet. That was the only thing because they weren't around at that time.
Dude.
So you were saying that your sister got stuck. My mom came up with this game called Dark Tag. So you turn off all the lights and you go hide in the house and you can like run, and then the person has to tag you. I think it was my brother was the person that had to go tag people and find people. So my mom thought it was smart. She jumps on the washing machine. Didn't realize the washing machine was
Mom
open.
got stuck on a washing machine.
And,
I've watched
And-
a lot of videos like this.
and we're playing. Literally was not noticed. Like we walked past her multiple times. Everybody was caught besides my mom. And she gets to the point her butt starts hurting. And she goes, "Well, okay, I'm done. Can you guys come help me get out of the washer?"
Oh.
Jake, I'm stuck.
literally, this is what we see when we walk by. Her ass is just and her feet are just hanging out like that.
Dude.
Like she was in there.
I would have
And
lost control.
It
Yeah.
took me, my brother, my sister, and then one
You
of her
sick
friends
fuck.
to get her
You
out.
sick
It
fuck.
was
Dude.
fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
And my mom was
Pornhub
like,
would love you.
Yeah.
"That would be a good porno."
That would have been a fucking multi.
That would
I've
make me
never
a
seen more than
multi-
I've never seen more than one victim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's
What if, dude? I just thought of the scenery. You walk into a laundromat and there's like
Every-
six moms are stuck, dude.
No, not six moms. Every dryer is
Every
stuck.
one, dude.
yes.
All
Dude.
the washers are broken, but all
A
the dryers are
laundromat
stuck.
orgy, but you're just going around face fucking people, or fucking however they're stuck in there. Like, I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's got to be not maybe like a
Pornhub's gonna
complete
take this
porno,
from us.
but that's got to be
Dude.
something. There's got to be like a gangbang.
I've never seen a laundromat one.
we just made somebody rich right now. We
They're
just
they're
made somebody
watching this.
rich.
They're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
We take royalties. I will
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
ever
We,
find
we gotta have
royalties.
something out of this. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll be pissed.
That's yeah.
you just like open up Pornhub one day and then that's the first video that pops up. You're
I'd
like,
be pissed,
God
bro.
freaking damn it, that was my idea.
This is a completely true. My brother came up with metal Beyblades.
That burst or the ones that just
They
that
came
were-
out like the very
I don't even
original
know what that
metal
is.
the little Beyblades. You know, you
The-
put them on, they rip, like let it rip, and you,
You
fucking
put it
have
on
a
like
little
this.
arena, and
Yeah.
they spin like
Oh,
tops. They
yeah.
look like tops, but they're not, way better. They're not just a piece of wood. You know,
Yeah.
they're designed. There's a TV show around it
Yep,
and
TV
everything.
show, video
It was a
game.
big deal, and everybody in the neighborhood had one. Everybody had their own arena. Everybody traded parts because you could build them and interchange
Yeah,
pieces.
I know what you're talking about now.
And
They had like monsters you can also change.
yeah,
Like, you can
and it
change
was
out
it was
too.
it was a huge deal.
Yep.
A lot of fights. Like
Oh,
where
yeah.
I grew up, people would steal your shit. You get in fights. It was like I couldn't
Seems
believe.
aggressive for a child's game.
It didn't help because the TV show, it was basically you'd have these tournaments and stuff, and if you won like pieces of their Beyblade, you won their full Beyblade.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. Like,
Like,
people were like, "I
and-
beat you, give me your Beyblade."
Yep. And
Like,
it,
you
it
could
turned
lose
into
a
a big
full
deal.
blown
pink
Beyblade.
slip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, they made them out of plastic pieces, and only the middle centerpiece had a metal ring in it. Well, when you watch the TV show and stuff, you see the sparks flying. You know.
Right. They break apart easily.
Yeah.
and-
So my brother messaged the guy that invented Beyblades. Can't remember his name, but emailed him and everything, and was like, "Hey, you should make Beyblades metal, like all metal, like that would change the game." And I think he was in like 4th grade at the time. He got a letter back, written back from him. He wrote him back, which I didn't even think he was gonna get that.
right.
He was like, "No, it would be a safety hazard. I think that's what he called it. Like people get hurt, blah blah blah." Going through Walmart, metal Beyblades.
Yep.
Not even a year later,
That's crazy.
And
all,
now,
all metal.
yep. And those ones, they actually didn't break apart. The ones that they have now, you could like let them rip, and they like if they hit enough, it breaks them all into pieces.
Yeah, like
Not
but
like
there's
you
a
know
lot
they
more.
shatter, but
Yeah.
each piece.
There's
pops
a
off,
lot
so,
more
yeah.
springs and stuff, so it's like
Yeah.
it there's so much more cheap now. Like my Beyblade that I would have had, it would be unstoppable with the Beyblades they make now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the
Just because of the material it was made out of.
Yep.
It would literally, as soon as they made contact, it would fall apart. So like if you don't have like a new Beyblade and a new Beyblade together, like there's no point at that, at that.
right. If you have an old
It would
Beyblade
just-
versus a new one, that new one's
Like they
dying.
don't fall
Yeah.
apart. They literally lock.
And
And
they're-
their pieces lock in
Right.
together.
And they're chunky. They're
Yep.
bigger. The ones that like I have 4 of them, I think.
Wow,
They're smaller.
I've never experienced this
Yeah.
part of
Oh.
life as a child.
Oh,
I'm
I have
surprised-
some.
I'm surprised I still have all this emotion over it.
I have some.
Like this was.
I
When
don't
was
have
like,
a little arena, but we could play with them.
Do you guys ever ran into somebody or came across like a picture of another person with like, it looked exactly like you?
Yeah.
Like
so
Actually, I
almost
have,
to a T.
yeah, there's a thing. I don't remember what, but there is 4 people in the world that look just like you. Might be altered a little bit, but there's at least one person that looks just like you.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
I had
there's
people ask me, "Did you get back with your
infinite amounts
ex?"
of you.
You
Well,
get back
right,
with your
but
ex, and I was
within
like,
this
"What?"
Earth, there's
Yeah.
4 at least. That
Four?
Look just
One's
like you. 4.
definitely
Yeah, they're
Jewish.
they say,
Jewish.
For sure.
they say it's I don't remember what it was, but it's basically they call it like your doppelganger. But they like there's one that looks just like you, like it was a twin of yours.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then
I'm talking
the
about.
other 2,
So
Like
whoa,
my ex,
whoa, whoa,
my-
whoa,
one of
what
my
if you're
exes-
twins?
That's basically if I'm right. If you have a twin, that's basically your alternate or your version of yourself.
Does that
within
mean
the
that
world.
there's 8 people that look like them?
Probably to be
Because
honest.
it would be like
4 and 4, yeah.
Yeah, 4 and 4.
Well, it might be a little bit different. Like
so then, if you're triplets,
No.
dude,
I don't know. It might be
'Cause
like
I
one
mean,
of those
you
things.
still, maybe it's still just 4 though.
Right. It might just be, for example, like if you had a
Well,
twin.
5 if you
what
want to
if you're
count your.
North Korean?
If you want to
though?
count your.
What does that have to
What?
do with anything? What is North Korean at?
North Korea, they're their own people, bro.
Well, right, but what does that have to do with?
There's not 4 other people in the world that look like them. They're their own.
There probably are.
They're their own.
There probably are.
Yeah, they're probably all
They're probably
related
just
and everything.
sisters.
Yeah,
They're all-
brothers
probably
and
just-
sisters.
They're like cousins or something.
Oh,
like they don't
yeah.
even know. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
You'd
their
have
own.
to. You're stuck in that small of a country with that many people
What
for
about
this long.
like what about like African
You all have to be
tribes?
related at some point.
What?
What about like African tribes? Like out in like fucking Bangkok.
Well, like I said, there is probably another
said
person out in the
Bangkok.
world that looks just like you, but they might be like a little bit different.
I,
But there
I
is-
couldn't find a single difference. Hairline.
Right.
I mean, it
No
was
joke.
scary.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got back with your ex? I'm like, no. They're like, her profile picture is you two. So
Right.
they sent it to me, and I'm just like, that's not me. Like, 'cause
That
I
looks
don't
like
I don't
me.
own that shirt. I don't own, like, the clothing was the only reason why I could, like,
Right.
I was freaked out.
He pulls up his profile. He has a super nice house, really nice cars. He's like, well, I wish that was me, but that's not
and
me.
they're like, if you hated me, why would you get another human being that looked exactly like me?
Right.
And what's the odds of you being able to do that?
yeah, find that. Yeah.
Machine, the algorithm, like send that person, or were they literally just sitting there typing? Because they would have to have the same name close to you in order for that to work.
Kinda. His name was Jonathan.
Because I mean, like, it'd be different if like you guys were like friends in a way. Like if you guys had friends that were the same, that would be the only way that the algorithm I think would send you someone, unless like it was a
I don't
fake
even know where
account or
he's-
something.
I don't know where he's from. I just had the picture and I was like, it just wanted me to be like, just set the phone down. That's just
Go.
weird.
Yeah, that
Just
that's,
don't even think about it.
that's-
Don't even think about it.
I don't know what I would do if I saw someone that looked like me. I don't know if I'd
I'd
be like,
punch
can we
him.
compare penises?
Like when you have to
Is yours
when you
bigger?
have to
Yeah.
argue with
Who
yourself.
got the better end of the stick here?
I'd be like, so you took the rest of my dick. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So if we,
Yep.
maybe if we team up,
We just
that's extra dick.
that's extra dick.
That's extra dick.
That
And then the other 2 people in the world that look somewhat like you, they have like super tiny dicks. 'cause they-
Micro penises. Like we have
Dude,
tiny
it's
wieners,
already
but
been proved that less dick is more dick at the end of the day.
I
Small
mean,
dicks can put out
it was
more
it was a
pumps
compelling
per
formula.
second than a big dick.
I mean, it was a compelling formula.
I think it's accurate.
But-
Yeah, but at the end of the day, too, when you have a thriving cock and you put it inside someone, that's a lot more work because you have to, you're having
yeah,
to
it's a lot
physically
more
move
work
it.
on your end. Yeah, I
Right.
agree. But it
But
still
you're also-
means that you're pleasuring that girl.
You know,
Yeah,
there's
but
people
she's
out-
gonna hit
do
it
you know that there's
sooner
people out there
because-
with dicks that are so big it can't get fully erected because it's so big.
That's fucked up.
That would suck.
Yeah.
What would suck if your underwear didn't fit your dick. You would always have to like tape
Oh, if
your
it's that
dick.
big, there is no way you're making
Right.
you
would have to tape your dick to your
Yeah.
leg, which I think
like grandma's
the-
knitting your shit.
Greg,
Like, there's
Greg, Greg probably tapes his
I don't
dick.
know.
Greg's probably got
I
a
don't know.
fucking
Dude,
massive
there is
dog.
no
I don't know.
This
fucking
man
way.
wears, what is his size? What? You said
13, 16, something
No,
like
it's
that.
like
15. I
it's
think
like
it's 15.
It's 15, yeah. It's in the
Size
middle of
15
like
shoes.
13
And like
to
what,
16.
He's my
5'7"?
height.
Yeah, 5'7".
Yeah, there's no
5'8".
fucking way, dude.
I
He's gonna
think
have
he's a little
arm.
taller than us, so he's
He's
got to be
gonna
like
have an
5'8",
arm.
5'9".
He's gonna
He's
have
related to a
this.
Greek god, something. There's no way.
I don't
Right
know.
here.
I have
forearm.
no clue. Well, I don't know because I know this guy that's he's a
Jake's
bigger.
like, I know about a lot of dicks.
No,
Okay,
he's a
guys.
bigger guy, and he has a size 16s, I think. And it's almost just like I don't think he has a big dick. I
Dude,
just
Greg's
don't.
got to. Dude, I have the worst
I
fears
mean-
of dropping Eleanor. Like when she's like wiggling around and shit, dude, and it's just like, better fucking stop.
Well, she's bigger now. When
Yeah.
she was like a baby,
Oh,
that's where it's
yeah.
scary because you're
The part that gets me with newborns is the fucking the head twitching.
yeah
oh,
you know,
dude.
because you can't.
Dude.
You have to hold the head.
yeah you
No,
have to.
So why are they trying to?
Dude, I
What are you
swear to
doing that
God,
for?
I
You
swear
know
to
you
God,
get-
she holds her fucking head up. Dude, she always has, but this is what she'll do. She like if she's like you have her up here, she'll be fucking. I mean, like straight up just looking around, dude, and then all of a sudden, boom, just fucking like she'll headbutt the shit out of you, dude.
We were in health class a month before we were learning about like genital diseases
Oh,
and shit like
nice.
that.
Did they do the
Classes gonna-
condom in the banana with you guys? Or
No.
is that like no longer a thing?
No.
We had
So
a VHS.
yeah, we kind of had
No,
something
our
like
teacher
that,
put
but
a condom on a banana. He like
we
legitimately
didn't even
taught
get
you
that.
how to
I
put
had-
a condom on.
my teacher looked like Santa Claus, and literally he was like, so
Ours look like Mrs. Claus.
like no joke. He,
Old, white haired. Like you probably ain't touched a dick in probably 30 years.
yep.
And
Bulbous vagina. I think he actually was married. I don't remember, but yeah, it looked like he hasn't touched vagina in a while. But literally, that beard was white and had like that style hair of Santa. Everybody called him Santa. His name was Mr. Benner, I think, was his name. And he was a nice guy, creepy sometimes, but was a super nice guy. We think it was just creepy because he taught health. And it was like in this like room that had no windows. It literally looked like they shut people in a basement.
he was trapping you.
It literally looked like
It
it
was
was in a
all
basement,
hoax,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so when we got to the portion where they're teaching us about transmission, transcending like diseases and all like genitals and stuff like that, they might assign a paper for that and said, you guys, if you guys have to leave, you guys can leave because this stuff will get disgusting. And what like the sex stuff wasn't even that bad. Like we're like, okay, this is bad. So many people walked out when we got to that part. Like like there was one image. It was like a dick. And it was like, it literally like someone grew mushrooms off of your dick. Like it was all over the shaft.
All that
and
fungus
everything.
shit if you don't wash
Yeah,
and
it
keep
was,
hygiene up.
it
yeah.
was
Hell yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And like so many.
I thought it was. It kind of made me hungry.
You're like, this kind of makes me just want a sausage and some mushrooms. So yeah, that sounds pretty good right
Sausage
now.
and mushrooms. You can't
I
go
was
wrong
just
with it.
taking notes, dude.
but-
I was
No,
just taking
I was a
schlongs.
class clown, so like you couldn't show me stuff like that.
No, I was
Yeah.
quiet.
Like that
was-
that woman was scarred after I had laid into
I always
her.
enjoyed
You're
reading
not gonna
in
put
class.
a condom on a banana. and
You're
then not
that nerdy kid that was like, I gotta pull up my Captain
Captain
Underpants.
Underwear.
Yep.
You're probably that kid that
No,
like.
dude, I was the kid
You're like-
that was fucking trying to make people laugh when they would read. Like my buddy, like because I don't know if your guys' school did this, but like if we were all reading a book in class, we
Yep,
would like go
yep.
around make people read it. Out
Yep.
loud
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Read a
And
paragraph
I'd
or
be
a
like,
page. Or,
I'd be like
Yep.
sitting behind my buddy, and I'd
Or
be like,
character.
I'd be like penis, just like saying weird shit to him, dude.
penis.
And he'd start like fucking cracking up.
That's funny because when I was in 7th grade, we had to, no, it was 9th grade, I had to read Romeo and Juliet, and they made everybody pick be a character. So I was Juliet's
Juliet. You were
dad.
Juliet.
No,
You're
I was
Juliet.
Juliet's dad. I was the kid that didn't want to even read. So she goes, all right, Jacob, you're going to be reading Juliet's dad. And his lines were like, he didn't have a lot, but they were always
Are
like
you
super hard.
dyslexic?
No, but my parents thought I did. We got tested. I'm not, but I do struggle with reading. So I was sitting there trying to read it, and I was like, Juliet. Like I could say Juliet, but I'm just saying like I was like stuttering and trying to figure out. It got to the point like after like 3 lines, she was like, "All right, Jacob, I can see that you're not having a good day today." So after that, never called on me. And I looked
That's
at them and
terrible.
I was like, "You guys should just start stuttering, and you guys won't have to." And some people were starting to do it, and she was like,
Did
"All right, you don't have to read." I was like,
Did,
"Yeah."
did you ride the short bus?
No. Nope. But I did repeat kindergarten because, well, my parents said it was because I didn't talk to anybody because I started a year before I was actually supposed to start. And they were like, well, he doesn't talk to anybody. He's kind of just to himself. And I
This
always,
kid's a weirdo.
well, no, I always remember talking to people. Like, there's
You're
people I
the
played
kid that they
soccer
were
with and
expecting to
stuff.
bring a bomb into the school.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're
Gun
they're
for
the kid
sure.
that probably thought I was gonna start eating crayons because I didn't. I was
He
just
probably
so
did eat
I was so
crayons.
quiet. I was just so quiet. And then the following year, when I went back in, I was like the life of the party. Everybody was like, "Yeah, what's up, Jacob? How you doing?" I'm like, "What up?" And then like we'd run around, play Digimon and Pokemon. Just all these random stuff. We'd play kid. We'd be
Is
in the
that
kitchen.
when your drug addiction started?
That was-
Jake's just
that
in the
was
corner of
second
the
grade.
classroom just eating crayons.
No, that was second grade when I started eating the glue, which I didn't.
Dude,
but
I always love taking
I
glue
gotta
and,
get it wherever
pouring
it's
yeah,
at.
you put it on your
and
hands and
pull
then
it
it'd be that
off.
webby stuff and you pull it off. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I had one kid. He was, I think it was like 4th or 5th grade. He was chewing on the back of a pen, and it like burst in his mouth.
Yeah.
And then not even
I've
like a
seen
week
kids do
later,
that.
he stapled his hand.
Stapled his
He
hand.
was
I've
like,
done
he
that.
had the stapler and he was like pressing with it, and he was like, ah! And we're like, what? He's like, I wasn't expecting the stapler to staple my hand. We're like,
Oh my god.
so me,
I stapled my forehead.
I would not doubt that one bit. You seem like that kid that would staple your forehead.
It was a big deal actually. It doesn't sound as like, oh,
No.
I stapled my forehead.
No,
I've had
yeah.
staples. In
I
my
didn't realize
forehead.
that there's pressure point right in the middle of your forehead would kill you. It was like we were in world history, some type of like leaders or poets or something like that
Right.
from way back in the day, like 15, maybe 1700s, if like that. And we were all had to put them up on a popsicle stick and hold it over your face and talk. And I was like, that's lame. And then his name was Mr. Flint. He goes, it'd be funny if somebody would have taped it to their face, like, I was
think
like,
I
I'll
remember
staple
you,
it to my
yeah.
face. And
Check it out.
He's like, no, you wouldn't. Like, saying you, no, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
that's
Well,
a
my
great.
buddy's sitting in front of me. He turns around. He goes, do it. You won't, pussy. And I was like, motherfucker.
Now I have to.
I go grab the stapler off his desk. His desk's in the back of the room. And he goes, don't do it. Like, I'll write you up. Like, I'm not messing
Okay.
around. My other buddy goes, pussy. And I flicked it. Then I flick it open. It's all dramatic. Like, it's
Yeah.
just how slow it is. Like,
It's a movie
I was,
scene.
Yeah.
I was like,
Slow mo.
He's like, you guys.
well, you know how people say one thing, but they really won't do it. So
Right.
It's like you're just really testing this man. He likes you, so why don't you just test?
You're
how
trying
far
to see
take
what
him?
you can. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I flick it open, that's when you see the expression on his face change. He's like, "Don't do it," and he's like, "Do it, you won't." My buddies go both at the same time. Do it, you won't. As soon as they said it, boom, right in the middle of my forehead.
Just staples his
You
eye.
know, it was cool.
Oh!
After that, people,
Blood gushing.
no blood yet. People were like, shocked by it, but they were like not freaked out, jumping out of their seat. I go to pull the mask off, can't see nothing. So much blood came out of my face,
I bet.
and it almost freaked me out a little bit. Like I was like, this is it. Like I just really fucked up.
Oh my god.
But it was only for a lot of blood, short amount of time.
Right.
So I got able to all of a sudden it went all over the desk. I was like, okay, it stopped. Go to the bathroom. It curled just like how it does in the stack of papers. How it curls. I had to pry this fucker out of my forehead, and as I'm doing this, I'm filling the sink up with blood. And I come back, and the teacher goes, "I'm not writing you up. Like, that's crazy. Don't ever do that again. But I'm not gonna write you up."
Damn.
Win. This girl that I'm trying to hit on, completely freaked out now.
I don't know if that's a win.
Yeah.
No, but she's completely freaked out now. I was like, I fucked up there, but you're not gonna call my dad. I'm not gonna get my ass beat.
You're just
I'm
gonna
like,
come home
right.
with fucking your whole shirt's blood.
Right.
No, I'm sure didn't get no blood on it. It was, it was all good.
They,
I went to football practice and everything afterwards.
is the girl that he was trying to hit on goes, man, that was actually hot. I like the way you staple.
Yeah.
He just even before that, he's just like, girl, I'm gonna do this.
I got you, girl.
Like I was
She's like,
so weird. I was
damn.
so weird.
Check this
like,
out,
now
babe.
thinking about it, I was
Damn.
so weird.
She's like, damn, I've never seen someone do that in 4th grade. I don't know what grade it was. I'm just saying.
Another fucked up story. I was in 4th grade, 5th grade, around that time, and I had 5 loose teeth, and I just sat there in class and started yanking them out. So much,
I used to do that, yeah.
So much blood everywhere. My fucking teacher turns around and is freaked out. Everybody's freaked out. I got all the blood in my mouth and on my lips, and I'm holding a handful of teeth. Yeah, it was.
Did they ever give you those little plastic
Things
teeth
to put your
that you
teeth in?
I
Not that incident. That incident, they called my parents and I went home.
no joke.
They didn't think that.
I
Was
got
cool.
that in 3rd grade. I think they gave me one, and I started collecting them, and I had them for I think 10 years.
That's nasty.
And then I left it in one of my bags. Like I used to collect backpacks, and one of the backpacks was like a Spider-Man one that you would like roll around and stuff. I got it and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. Like, I got a suitcase backpack now. You ever put those things on your back? Those fucking things suck.
Yeah, and
But they're really nice to just drag around.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I had one with a Spider-Man on it, and on the front pocket I had like just the lettering Spider-Man, and so I like opened it, and that's where I had like 3 of my teeth, and I was like, I don't ever remember keeping these. And there was like 4 or 5 teeth. One was like little tiny like chip. One was like 4 like there was like one big one, one medium sized one. Yeah, I don't know why I held on to. I think the real reason I held on to them because I was like, I want to give myself some money and then like I never put them underneath my pillow. I just held on to them, I guess.
No,
Dude, you should try it again.
I don't think I own them. I don't have them
try it again.
anymore.
Pull some more teeth out.
I think I threw them away.
I never
when I was
experienced
just, like,
any of that stuff. Tooth fairy, none of that.
Nope.
It was.
I
it was
did.
immediately brought to my-
Seldom.
I did up
immediately
until
brought to my
middle school.
attention that it was not real.
Yeah,
No.
I did it up until middle school, and then that's when my parents like kind of were just like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Santa Claus is the only thing they tried to hold on to, but I was that kid
Dude, Santa
that
Claus
would
is
go
real.
sleep next to
Yeah,
the Christmas
I
tree
know what
late
you're
at
saying.
night.
Yeah.
There's people watching
to
this
catch
that
Santa Claus.
need to know that, and now
Yeah.
you just told people. Wow.
Listen,
Listen, Santa Claus is real. There was a guy named Saint Nick,
and
and he was Santa Claus.
he's actually in my basement right now. But you guys can't see him.
100% truth.
pedophile.
Look it up.
100%
Run,
true.
run. He's a pedophile.
Once one dies, whoever killed them takes over.
Yeah.
it.
Takes his suit.
That's
Here
why
we go.
Tim Allen's it right now.
Yeah.
Tim Allen. He will.
Tim
always-
Allen.
He will be.
He will always.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh fuck.
I
no.
mean, the way, you know, you have
Maybe
to,
Mrs.
you-
Claus,
you
but
have to
Santa
take- you have
Claus,
to take that
nah.
route.
Screw
You
that
have to
crap.
Going
take
back
that
to
route
being a
eventually.
man.
Right. Did you guys hear about the stuff about Buzz Lightyear?
No.
I don't keep up on Buzz
No,
Lightyear
so
news.
every time I get on Facebook now, that's one of
The
the
only
things
thing I keep
that
up
pop
is
up.
on my buzz, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But no, so I guess I don't know if you guys know, but Tim Allen's not the voice of Buzz for the new movie. It's
Oh yeah,
Chris-
yeah, yeah.
Why
I
do they
heard
do
Buzz
that
Lightyear
shit?
change.
It's
Chris
so
Evans,
annoying.
which is like Chris Evans is not a bad actor. Like
no,
I
but
like
it's
him.
just annoying
But-
switching shit up that
Right,
way.
but if it's not your gig, it's not your gig.
Right.
yeah.
Like
You can't go over a decade doing something.
Right.
And then like I'm gonna take this.
here's the thing: is like I don't blame Chris Evans for it because Chris Evans, like at the end of the day, you want to feel like, hey, I want to make.
Oh,
Tim
the
Allen
money.
proud.
The money. I think is what he's thinking of.
Yes and no because
'Cause that-
well, I don't know because there was a part where he goes Infinity and Beyond. He tried it on his own, like in his own way. He said no. Tim Allen, you can't beat Tim Allen's way he
Yeah.
did that. Tim Allen is the reason Infinity and Beyond is just so.
Did
When they did the whole cancel culture, a lot of people were getting in trouble because they used the Wayback Machine was finding like a lot of old tweets, like so many people that were fired because of like racist or homophobic jokes they made in the past, and you know that could have been 3-4
Yeah.
years ago where they like. You know, they might have changed. I mean, at the end of the day, who says that this person can't change? It's on the person, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're going to kick someone out of a TV show because of, or whatever, or cancel a job, there's people that got fired at a job because people were found out, like, hey, this person's a shitbag on Twitter or whatever, and they're like, oh, yep, you got to get out.
I think that's stupid in my opinion.
I mean, I think so too. At the end of the day, like, you can't tell me that if I say something that's bad, that you're not going to say something, or you
Yeah.
haven't said something in the past
You're
that's
just
been bad.
disagreeing with me.
Right.
That's all it is.
I mean, yeah, like some stuff should not be said, but at the end of the day, too, is it's
If
like,
you're not making like personal threats to somebody, I don't think
I mean,
it's
that-
harming anybody.
yeah, I mean, and definitely if you delete it, it's probably something you did not agree with.
Well, that's
in
my
the
thing.
past.
Social media. If you don't like it, there's a little X button in the top right corner. That's all you
Yeah,
gotta
but
hit.
social media is now like, I hate to say it, but it's gotten to the point. I think it's almost worse. You know, when you were talking about the whole pop and smoking with 2 of our coworkers, I almost think social media is worse than pop addiction. Because
Oh,
you
absolutely.
try breaking away from your phone and get off of
Absolutely.
social media, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
You can't even go a day without being like, oh yeah, let me check
That's what I
Twitter,
remember,
my
but, like
Facebook.
being a kid, dude. It's like, dude, I was outside
Right.
all the.
Well,
like, I
I-
played games and shit, but like
Right.
for the most part, I was
didn't
outside.
have a cell phone. Like
Well, I didn't for a while
a
either.
minute.
I think I was like 13. when
Once I got my
mine.
first iPhone, that's when like I started to
I
kind
had
of
a
use it.
BlackBerry Pearl, bro. Oh my god.
My
Like,
dad
the new
had
toy
one.
phones.
I
I
love
guess
that
there was always
phone.
toy phones, but I mean like how they try to manipulate phones to look exactly
Right. Yep.
and like you like my nephews, it's crazy. Like when they want to play, they're like, well, let's play phone, and they legitimately have a phone. Or my girlfriend's nephews
Well, I was sitting here and we were just sitting here talking, and I heard like it sounded like your car, and then I heard a little bit, and I was like, oh, I think Dylan missed her thing. So I opened, I saw you like kind of turn around. I was like, yep. So then I like just ran down. I was hoping you'd have your door unlocked so I can act like I was mugging you, but you were like too pussy.
Too much of a pussy. My car auto locks.
Every car does now. I don't think there's a single car that doesn't.
My truck doesn't.
That's a Chevy.
It's a Chevy. Well, actually, no.
I mean,
I
it's
think-
because we're not pussies. We don't need to lock the door for
Right.
anything.
No, it's because you are pussies and no one would steal it.
And somebody would steal it.
I mean, you guys can go try stealing my truck down there. You might not get far. You might explode, but
Dude, it doesn't look that bad in shape.
no. But look underneath it.
Yeah.
I think if you put a little TLC, you can get going.
It goes. It drives.
No, a
I
little
just
TLC.
fucking run it till it fucking dies, dude.
Dude,
It is dead.
buy a
So
sandblaster.
If it drives down the road, I'd drive it.
no.
Buy the
so one of the
sandblaster, hit that
exhaust
frame.
pipes has a hole
Fuck
in
it.
it, and it goes right on the gas tank. You heat that shit up, and it's
Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah, let me go out and drive it, Dylan, and just blow
Dude,
the
we
fuck
can just
up.
reroute it.
I have to reroute it. I have to frame it to the frame. The frame is rusted.
You have to frame the frame.
Yeah. Well, dude.
You gotta frame
here's
the
what we
frame to the
do.
frame.
because
I'll get my
You mean the
three-wheel
body to
going.
the frame?
I took
you
it
get
in.
It going, and we'll go to Bundy Hill. We'll take it.
Exactly.
and then you can just leave it there.
Those are the type of vehicles you go out to
Yeah.
blow the fuck up.
Fuck yeah.
If the gas tank was able to stay up,
You don't
I
have to worry
would.
about it now.
I would.
Dude, I can get it to stay up. Ratchet straps.
I have ratchet
we
straps
can
on. That's
ratchet-
why it's hanging
We
up
can
right
ratchet
now.
strap it right to your bed. We're good. We'll just drill holes through your bed, dude.
Or bungee cords. Get those thick rubber bungee cords, so it will take heat and anything. You know.
Or we could just drop
Well-
it and then put a fuel cell in it.
Or I could just take it all apart and then make it an electric and then beat the shit out of it.
Or
make
we
it
can
electric
just drop the
and
tank,
beat the shit out of it.
and then we can get fucking a giant like
Race
actual gas-
Dillon.
Yee, my truck's electric. Wee.
We
No,
can just
I'm
do-
gonna junk it.
We'll drop the gas tank. We'll put the gas tank in his fucking bed. We'll
There
just
we
mount
go.
it to his
I don't
bed.
even
There
think,
we
I don't
go.
think Bundy Hill would even let you pull up with an
Fuck
electric
yeah,
car.
would. Oh, electric?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He said turn it electric. I don't think Bundy Hill would allow
No, that was a
Yeah,
joke
right.
because I would have to, like I said, I would have to redo the whole frame
You
and
do
all that
everything.
shit.
Computer program, the whole.
Yep.
You might.
It's not even worth
It
it.
wouldn't even be worth it.
It wouldn't even be. Maybe if it was like newer because it has some of the electrical
could go to a
components in it, but no.
junkyard.
There would be people literally. I would look at them and I'd look at my girlfriend in my truck and I'd be like, they want to race. They
That's
want-
literally what I did with
They,
it, by the way.
literally,
here.
this is how they would be. They'd be sitting there just like looking straight ahead. I'd just be like,
yeah, dude, I do it all the time.
I think they're trying to race. My
Yeah.
girlfriend's like, they're not even looking at you. I'm like, they want to race. I mentally am feeling they want to race.
That's exactly what happened.
And then as
literally what I
soon as
did.
it turns green, I'm like,
And then he got smoked.
That wasn't
I always smoke them in my truck. I think there was one car that like somewhat the dude was like sitting there, and I'm sitting there just. Sorry to spit.
No, you're good.
I literally was staring at it. I was like, and he looked back at me and he goes, and I was like, he's like, and I was like, yep, he wants to race.
He wants to race.
As,
He wants to race.
as soon as it turned green, gone. He was gone. I was like, he really did want to race, and I was not expecting it. I was just kidding.
Yep.
And then there's one time when I lived in Kalamazoo, one of my tires were getting flat. Like they were bad tires. They need to be replaced, but I didn't have the money for it. So I'm sitting there at the light, just waiting, getting ready to turn. A guy's like,
Oh,
And,
yeah. He got
you know,
your attention.
he's trying to get my attention.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there. I'm just like, don't look at him. Don't look at him. I don't really want. It's like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I really don't want to deal with somebody today. He's like, honk honk, hey hey. Roll down my window. He's like, you know your back tire is getting flat, man. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, all right, have a good day. Just drives off. I'm like, you had to literally
Like,
sit
no
there for
shit, dude.
20 minutes trying to get my attention about my back tire. I'm like, I know.
That sounds like a
Make sure
good
you're
person.
okay, yeah,
It
dude.
was like I was like, thank you, but
Yeah.
I was
You
not
don't
paying
get that.
attention.
You don't get that a lot.
No, you don't. But I was literally like, obviously, dude, I'm not trying to pay attention to you, and you're like, but yeah, it was wild. And then like, not even 3 days later, there was a liquor store right on the corner, and I was driving to get home. Dude, literally drunk as fucking hell, pulls out, stops right there in the middle of the road. I had to slam on my brakes so fucking hard it snapped my brakes. My brakes
Like your
went
brake
out.
line?
Everything. The pads I felt like just were destroyed. It destroyed my truck. And then I took it to a mechanic that was like right down the road, and he was open. I think on Sunday, which was weird. I was not expecting that, so I took it down to him, and he wanted like $5,000-$6,000. I was like, for my brakes. He's like, well, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, this needs to be done. I was like, I asked you to fix my brakes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's insane.
So I called one of my mom's friends that's a mechanic. He was like, don't have him work on it. I'm coming to get it. And then he did the brakes, and that was all that he needed to do.
Cost you $120 maybe.
yeah.
It was